So yeah, you already know, today I received the 30th anniversary 4K edition of Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. So we're going to take a closer look at this box set and find out why I plumped up the cash and actually spent £40 on getting this thing. So first up, obviously we've got a nice J-card, which I never know where to put these. I'll probably fold it up and put it with the rest of the gubbins that are inside this box here. Well, the box itself, it's a nice, glossy, plain, stylish cover with Pulp Fiction written on the front there. On the reverse of it, we've got the blurb that tells us what pulp and what fiction means. Spine, pretty plain as well, which is quite nice. And then inside, but before we get inside actually, the box, it's a nice hard box as well. It's got a little bit of give, but it feels a decent quality. Look at that sheen. First up, inside the box, we've got another slipcover. This has the original artwork for Pulp Fiction on the front, and we have a quote on the back. But this isn't any old slipcover. This has the very special pop-up feature, which let's have a look. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It's actually Velcroed down. So, trying to be careful not to rip the Velcro. Let's see what this pop-up looks like. Fair. Let's show you. Jackrabbit Slims. And inside the slipcover, we have exactly the same release that has already been out. And as well as the disc, we get this little package just here. And this houses a few other little extras that supposedly make this 30th anniversary edition worth the 40 quid. This one opens up. It's not a wallet or anything. But inside this we have art cards. Everyone loves a good art card. And these, as soon as I've finished flicking through them, I'll put them back in this case and they may never see the light of day for years. As well as the art cards, we've also got a little sticker sheet for stickers that will likely never get used because I'm going to pop them back in the box and keep them nice and safe. And as well, in this case, we have this little thing here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what purpose it serves, but yeah, it's got some stills from the film. Looks pretty nice. So back in here, there you go. Let's see if that ever gets opened again. So the £40 price tag. This edition here is exactly the same edition as this one here that I picked up a few days ago. This one cost me £15. This one, it cost me 40. And I get all the extra crap with it. Let's face it, a lot of the stuff that you get with these editions, they're never really going to get used in any way. They're just reasons for the studios to charge that little bit more for a nice edition. I've talked a lot about the extra crap that comes with some of these editions that we don't really need and don't really want. Or do we want them? So why did I pay extra for this edition when I know these are the only extras that are costing me an extra 25 quid? Well, it's that thing, isn't it? When it comes to your favourite movie, you want to try and have the best and nicest edition that you can get for that particular movie. And Tarantino's movies, I love them. I love them all. I've got quite a collection of Tarantino bits and bobs knocking about all over. I'll show you in a little while. So I wanted to make sure I've got the best edition of his movies that I can get. And with new editions of Inglourious Basterds, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, all due out in the next few months, I want my shelves to look full of nice editions of Tarantino movies. So if I need to spend a bit extra to get Pulp Fiction looking nice at the side of the new editions of the other movies, then yeah, I want to pay a bit extra, which is going to look better on the shelf next to other big box sets that are due out soon. This one, isn't it? I think so. This one is going to sit nicely on my shelves. You know about the disc already. It's been out for months. If you haven't got it already, why not? Why not? You need it in your collection. It's very expensive for what it is and what you actually get extra on there. No more efforts have been made in terms of extras on the discs or any other features that are in the box set. It's literally just printed stuff. But for fans, it's nice to have that nice box set on your shelf. So yeah, being a Tarantino fan, I collect Tarantino movies. We'll have a quick look through, see what other bits and bobs I've got knocking about that are Tarantino related. I mean, immediately you can see behind me, I've got an old Jackie Brown Laserdisc. We've got a Tarantino retrospective book. We've got Once Upon a Time in Hollywood novel. And on this side, we've got another Tarantino book here, Pulp Fiction Laserdisc, which I have put in a frame because I do like the artwork on that. And I've got an old DVD. There we go. So this DVD, obviously it's Reservoir Dogs, but it was the special cover, the Mr. Brown edition. And of course, Tarantino plays Mr. Brown, so obviously I had to keep this in the collection. There's a whole range of them, but I only kept Mr. Brown. There we go. And inside, it's the standard cover art there for the DVD as well. Stand. And then some of the other Tarantino bits I've got his episodes of the TV shows that he did. He did an episode in the first season of ER. He also did, one second, an episode of CSI called Grave Danger. Now, I've only got this on DVD, but I understand there is a Blu-ray out there, which I was unaware of for quite some time, so I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that, and I'll possibly upgrade this DVD to the Blu-ray edition. This is a nice slipcover for it, though, so I might need to keep both the actual boxes just there. And then if I reach around this way, we have the Japanese DVD of Kill Bill. And I've got this and kept this because it has some extra little bits that aren't included in the theatrical release that we got either in the UK or in the US. There's a few extra slices and dices, and the whole of the House of Blue Leaves sequence is actually in colour. We don't get it in black and white on this version. So it's worth me keeping this in collection, and I'm glad I've still got it. Obviously, as I reach around, we've got the Tarantino XX box set here as well. A lot of these I've got duplicates of. I've double dipped on so many Tarantino movies, but I refuse to get rid of this one because I like the artwork that's in there. And if I'm not careful, I realise that the bottom is going to slip out and this is going to end up on the floor. So there we go. A few of these movies on there. It's not complete in any way, but it's a nice addition. I love the artwork, and this one is never going to leave the collection because I think it's a great little box. It has Inglourious Bastards, Kill Bill Volume 1, Reservoir Dogs, True Romance, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill Volume 2, Jackie Brown, and Death Proof. Pulp Fiction, in this set here, Pulp Fiction, I've just bought on 4K. Pulp Fiction, I have here on Blu-ray. Pulp Fiction, I have the other 4K edition just here. That's far too many double dips. This one, it's going to have to go on eBay, I think. I've got an old DVD edition of True Romance just here. Again, I don't want to get rid of that because I like the cover art. We've got the Arrow edition of True Romance. Kicking myself a little bit that I only got the Blu-ray edition, but I might keep an eye out for the 4K and add that to the collection as well. We've got his Grindhouse that he did with Robert Rodriguez for Death Proof. We also have Death Proof just on the back here for its individual release. Of course, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on Blu-ray and a nice slippy slipcover. We have the Hateful Eight Blu-ray as well. Quite a plain edition, this one. I wouldn't mind a better release of it and some better cover art. They can do better than this, can't they? I've got Four Rooms, which he directed a sequence out of as well. We've got Natural Born Killers, which of course he didn't direct, but he wrote. We've got QT8, a documentary about Tarantino's first 8 movies, which take us up to just before Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And if we move around, we've got Inglourious Bastards, Reservoir Dogs. Reservoir Dogs, I've only got the Blu-ray at the moment. I need and want to pick up the 4K, but I haven't got around to it just yet. We've of course also got Django. This one is still sealed up. I did have a previous edition, but it didn't have a slipcover. So I upgraded, and that's why this is still sealed up. Yeah. And to top this off, one of my top Tarantino movies is perhaps one of his most overlooked or uncared for. I really love Jackie Brown. I think it's a great movie and fully recommend it. I can't wait for the new edition of this. I hope they do a really nice job of it because I think it's one of his best, which is a struggle to say because I could say that about most of his movies. I truly love a Tarantino flick. Any release that comes along that's going to have extra interviews or anything like that, I'll happily sit and watch Tarantino talk crap all day. I think he's an interesting director. I look forward to seeing what he comes out with next. And of course, you know I'm always going to be upgrading his discs to the best that I can get. I think he's great.